Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Shenanigans Show. This video was inspired by tomorrow's video where I react to the Jim Carrey A Christmas Carol, the Disney Christmas Carol. And also it was inspired by next Friday's video where I rank Christmas movies. That kind of got me back on the subject of like, okay, what makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie? And as I titled this video, what it means to be a Christmas movie. A large part of this came from the fact that Die Hard was included in that list. And I absolutely refuse to believe that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. If you watch it around Christmas and associate it with Christmas because of that, and because Christmas is in the movie, okay, fine, that's perfectly acceptable. But that does not necessarily make it a Christmas movie just because you associate it with Christmas and because Christmas is in the movie. When I was researching this and looking into it, I do have some things opened up on my computer. The first thing that pops up for me when I typed in what makes a Christmas movie, the major themes of Christmas movies are family, togetherness, and love, iconic characters that the audience can connect with, settings that evoke a holiday spirit, the holiday spirit, sounds associated with Christmas, and a story of transformation. Die Hard may have all of those, so in a sense it could be a Christmas movie, but at the same time, what makes a Christmas movie? But at the end of the day, it's not just those four things that make a movie a Christmas movie, a holiday movie. This discussion can really be applied to any movie, like what makes a Halloween movie, what makes a scary movie, you know, it has to have certain things. And those things can be different for certain people, but at the end of the day, like, there are core integral parts to movies, to genres that need to be there for it to be a part of the genre, even if someone isn't scared by a certain trope in a horror film, or if they don't need like hallmarky love for a Christmas movie or even a romantic, like a rom-com, if they don't need that hallmarky love in those kinds of movies, you know? Yes, you have the bare bones things that you can be like, okay, this is what's generally included in a Christmas movie, but also too, it's like those things can be included. That list that I mentioned earlier, that can be included in any movie, you know? The holiday spirit, like, again, what holiday are we talking about? We can be talking about Easter, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, Christmas. Like, it could be any holiday, you know? Like, also sounds associated with Christmas or that holiday. I will link the stuff that I referenced down below in the description. But at the end of the day, it's that list is secondary. The main thing that makes a movie a Christmas movie is the fact that it's one, set around Christmas, two, somehow Christmas is tied to the message and the themes of the movie, as well as having Christmas be part of like the big finale or reveal of the movie. Like, if you look at Home Alone, it's a Christmas movie because by the end of Christmas, family togetherness, being together around Christmas is a big part of it. And also the big finale is the family being back home to reunite with Kevin on Christmas Day. If you look at Christmas Carol, the big finale is Scrooge is still around Christmas Day to truly appreciate Christmas and its meaning and its message behind Christmas. If you look at Miracle on 34th Street, you're taking a mother and a daughter who don't believe as much in Christmas or Santa and what Santa represents. Like, it makes sense not to believe in Santa as much when you're older, but like still believing in what Santa represents, you know. They don't believe as much in Christmas, the holiday spirit, and what Santa represents until the end, where they're finally like, I believe in Santa, I believe in what he represents, what he stands for, I believe in Christmas and what it stands for. If you look at White Christmas, it's General Waverly reminding him that he is remembered, that he's appreciated, that his time and service was appreciated, and doing that around Christmas. And also basically Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Columbia Inn is bustling again, and just reminding him that he's lived a full life, you know. And it's like, because, and they're doing it specifically on Christmas to remind him of that. So it's the fact that Christmas is an integral part of the messaging and theming and the plot line and the finale as well. So if you look at Nightmare Before Christmas also, for example, it is both a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie, because both holidays are integral parts of the movies and integral parts of the messaging and theming. Another movie to look at is It's a Wonderful Life, and that one is a Christmas classic. You essentially have George Bailey, who loses a large amount of money and is about to lose his business to the big bad guy, Henry Potter. Essentially, like, Christmas Eve going into Christmas Day, like, he's seriously considering to off himself, and on Christmas Day he is shown what a wonderful life he's had. And again, it's central to Christmas. This is all happening around Christmas and kind of because of Christmas. Okay, so I will link this down below in the description, but I came upon a link, this article that says, what if Die Hard isn't actually a Christmas film after all? Everyone's favorite debate might not hold up as well as you think. So let's start at the very top. I am going to read through this a little bit. What makes a Christmas film a Christmas film? Or better yet, what makes a movie a specific holiday film? Does it have to take place around the dates of the holiday? Must it specifically be mentioned and practiced? Or are there more nuanced rules which define what makes a movie a specific holiday movie? I think yes to kind of all of those, but it is in a nuanced, kind of balanced way where you don't have to see like every single practice of a certain holiday. It doesn't have to be exactly on the date of the holiday, like White Christmas. 100% a Christmas movie, but like I would say like 90% of it does not take place around Christmas. You have Christmas Eve at the end of the war, at the beginning of the movie, and then at the end of the movie you have Christmas again, but between the beginning and the end of the movie, it's not Christmas. Christmas Eve during the war, the final year of the war, 90% of the movie, Christmas Eve at the end of the movie. Some familiar tropes or recurring themes in Christmas films include love story, redemption, or transformation of a Scrooge-like character, family coming together, importance of tradition. Also includes an unexpected visitor, Christmas Carol, discovery of a long-lost relative, and the resolution of conflicts or misunderstandings, magical or fantastical elements such as talking animals, enchanted objects, and visits from the big man himself. When you look at those and compare it to Die Hard, it's easy to see why there's such a heated debate about whether it's a Christmas movie or not. We've all heard the arguments for Die Hard not just being a Christmas movie, but being the best holiday movie of them all. No, I 1000% agree with that because there is so many other better Christmas movies. I've mentioned them in this video. A Christmas Carol, specifically the George C. Scott and Muppets and Mickey Mouse ones. White Christmas, It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone, the ones with Macaulay Culkin, however you say his name. Miracle on 34th Street with Natalie Wood and Catherine O'Hara. No, Maureen O'Hara. No relation, but it's Maureen O'Hara. And also the one with the actress from Matilda, Mara Wilson, I think her name is, that, and Richard Attenborough, that Miracle on 34th Street as well. There are so many other better Christmas movies than Die Hard, and I will stand behind that. I'm not saying that to bring down Die Hard because, like this article that I'm looking at states, it brought a lot to the table. Now it's looking at like the arguments as for why it is a Christmas movie. Unequivocally takes place over the Christmas holiday break and taking a Christmas vacation with his daughter and estranged wife. There are dozens of examples of Christmas referenced by clear lines of dialogue to more subtle standards, including music cues, or subconscious connections. There's a lot that references Christmas. But to the dismay of any pro-Die Hard is a Christmas movie truther, outside of these textual examples of Die Hard referencing Christmas, any argument about Die Hard following the hallmarks, I hate Hallmark Christmas movies, following the hallmarks of a genre holiday film becomes a bit more challenging to pin down explicitly. There are videos that are linked in this. So again, this article that I'm looking at will be linked. I'm not going to link everything else that this article links. And that's the crux of this counter-argument to any Die Hard as a Christmas film debate points. While we can prove that Die Hard takes place over Christmas, we have to ask ourselves, what about the film makes it a Christmas film? As mentioned, we must examine what makes any holiday film a holiday film. It'll reason that as a genre itself, any Christmas movie must include tropes, iconography, and themes about family, redemption, belief, and miracles. You see that a lot in a lot of Christmas movies, and even with White Christmas it follows that, because you have the miracle of a white Christmas, you have the miracle of General Waverly's division all being able to drop everything and come down to or go to the Columbia Inn to support their general at the very last minute on Christmas Eve. Ultimately, as much as we'd like to end this debate once and for all for the sake of redundant online arguing, it's harder to pin down whether Die Hard includes all of the expected Christmas film subtexts. And it's because so many of those elements are open to interpretation based on each audience member and their relationship with the film and the genre in question. Like, how do you personally define redemption, or how do you personally perceive miracles both in real life and in art or film? And it's impossible to impose any strict, stringent rules about what Christmas themes look or feel like. So for better or worse, any debate about whether you think Die Hard resonates with you as a Christmas film will largely be inarguable. I do agree with that because it's like it really is personal, and if you watch Die Hard around Christmas and that's kind of where you stick it in your yearly watch list in like November, December, January-ish, that's fine. I don't think you can really go around saying that Die Hard is a Christmas movie just because it takes place around Christmas. For me, it's never going to be a Christmas movie. That's just not how it's going to be for me. But if I'm going to be convinced that someone else sees it as a Christmas movie, I need to be pointed out directly where we see like the redemption, where we see the family connections. Like, yes, he's going on a Christmas journey, a Christmas vacation with his estranged wife and daughter. But like with the points I was mentioning earlier, like at the end of the day, how is Christmas connected to the big finale of the movie? Is Christmas treated as like the big day where we finally have some relief from everything going on in Die Hard? I don't think so. Is Christmas in all of like the messaging, theming and sub-theming? Again, I don't really think so. I think it's just kind of there as the backdrop, like I mentioned with White Christmas, like you see with Home Alone and It's a Wonderful Life. Like a majority of the movie does not have to take place at Christmas. Christmas does not have to be active in the movie like as the day or the day before, the day after. It doesn't have to be Christmas Eve. It doesn't have to be Christmas Day. It doesn't have to be the day after Christmas for it to be a Christmas movie. Christmas just needs to somehow be the big finale, the big end result. And I do agree with that article that holiday movies are very highly personal and subjective to how people perceive the holiday and the meanings behind said holidays. So the movie around that holiday is going to reflect that. Any movie around any holiday is going to reflect the subjectivity of how people perceive that holiday, how people celebrate it, and then also to just how people perceive it in film. I am all for people considering, okay, I feel like I'm being a little bit hypocritical by saying I don't consider it a Christmas movie, or that just outright saying it's not a Christmas movie and then saying that. Okay, so let me rephrase. I personally do not consider Die Hard a Christmas movie because for me and what I consider a Christmas movie to be, Die Hard does not meet that criteria, that set of criterion. It doesn't meet the requirements, so to say, for me. If you consider Die Hard a Christmas movie, I would seriously need to be convinced and well convinced that it can be put under that umbrella of Christmas movie. It's understanding why people might consider it a Christmas movie, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with people considering it a Christmas movie. I am going to disagree with you. I am open to being convinced, even though I don't think I will ever be convinced that it's a Christmas movie. I'm open to being convinced. With Die Hard, I've never really felt that Christmas in and of itself was important to the movie beyond, oh, this is a Christmas vacation. And a lot of the Christmas themes and messaging, I never really felt like were important or relevant to the movie. Aside from like the classic, almost cliche images, sounds, iconography of Christmas. For fear and not wanting to sound like a broken record, I'm going to end this video here. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments because I would love to discuss this in more detail. Please be civil. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.